Oh, I think we are live. Hang on here. We turn down the volume on this TV here. And let's see. Making sure we're all centered there. Let me see if I can pull it up on the computer here. Make sure we got the right window. So let's see if we can. There we are. So we have it up. Now I can pull up the chat. And we'll see if anybody's in yet and ready to start. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome. As you guys know, we hit 90,000 subscribers today, and of course, we owe all of that to you folks. So thank you so much for your faithful watching over the years here. Larry Singleton says, and we're live. And Brian Murphy just checked in, and Kim Lorca, Chad Blair, Chad, David M, Bill Allen. Man, the guys are just coming in left and right now. Now, you guys saw, excuse me, you saw that thumbnail image of the tools that we're going to be giving away here tonight, right? So that's actually a small portion of what's being given away tonight. We're giving away 9 different items tonight here. So it's actually looks more like a 100,000 subscriber giveaway tonight here. I'm very excited about what we're going to be giving away. So we're going to show you each of these items here. And man, people are just checking in like crazy here. And thanks to everybody who's giving us the congratulations and all that. You know what's interesting? On Thursday, we uploaded a video about that Metabo MTB table saw over at Lowe's. That's like I think it's $349, so it's $220 off the price. And then I went in and did a live stream on it to show it because I thought it was so important. And then I've already found out that since we aired that live stream, that 14 of you have been able to buy that. That's just the people that have written back to us. So 14 people have already bought that table based on us uploading that. So that's pretty amazing. Too bad I'm not on commission there, huh? I mean, Lowe's doesn't they do not have an affiliate program, which really stinks. Home Depot has one, Amazon has one, and you guys see that we always put their links and stuff like that in our videos in the video description. But man, I would have made a ton of money if that had happened, huh? Okay, so I think we have enough people in here now. I can start showing one of the things we're going to give away here. Believe it or not, folks, this is one of the things we're giving away. We have a can of Lysol Spray. Now, this is actually very, very hard to find. We have, I've given away a number of these. I see Gene, my buddy Gene just checked in. What's up, Gene? Rhonda Rosenberg, which is, I think that's Max. What did I miss? You missed everything. We gave it away already, dude. Thanks for coming. All right, we'll see you. No, so yeah, I've been scoring these by the 4-pack, and that's a stupid school calling. I'm willing to bet that's the school calling. The schools call us like all day long, every day with their robo messages, giving us updates about the school starting this week. Anyway, so I've been buying these by 4-packs at Costco and Sam's Club, and I've already sent one to my brother up north. I've sent 2 of these to my sisters in Texas, and we've given away to some people we know that are poor, that can't get out, you know, are elderly and shut-in folks and all that kind of stuff. And Gene says, congratulations. Thanks, Gene. And RSRD, no, I'm like dyslexic, dude. It's RRSD 700 says, answer your phone. Well, that's going to go to voicemail. That's the school. And Stan the man is with us there. And so, right, so this is one of the items we're going to give away. Oh, and actually, I got to, right now while I'm here, I got to get all of these links, and I got to put them into the video description down below. Or as a comment, rather. I'll do it in the video description later. You guys might have to refresh the stream, the window, in order to be able to see them, but it's all there, at least for now. I'll go in and tidy it up later when I get a chance, but there's the links to all of the items. The other item we're giving away is one of these. These are equally as hard. So both of my brother and both of my sisters have told me that since February they've not been able to get these. They've gone to Sam's Club, Costco, all the stores can't get them. We seem to be able to get them on a regular basis here because we're here right when they open and we go in and boom. So we're going to give one of these away to a lucky person. And I would just ask, that on these, don't just sign up, for the heck of it. These are for people that really need it. So unless you really need it, this is who this is really after, So, that being said, the next tool that we got here, I'll have to cover my handsome face, all right, but this is the other tool here. So this right here is, this is the Milwaukee 8-pack of the deep. These are very deep, guys. If you're into deep, these are deep sockets right here, impact sockets here. And this originally was a $50 kit, and it was marked down to $30 at the clearance section. Many of you saw me buy these on one of my live streams, right? And actually, when I went back in to get more of these, this was marked down to 20 bucks. So we're going to give away one of these now, and we'll give away another one on the 100,000 subscriber giveaway too. Okay. Let's see what else we have here in our house of vaudeville. And by the way, I apologize for the audio not being perfect because we're doing it off the cell phone right now. We still have one more piece that we're waiting for before we can hook up the big camera and everything. As you guys know, there's a big shortage with the COVID ID, and there's a lot of microphones and wires and adapters and little things and gear that have been on back order for months. I waited just to get this one connector for my camera. I waited like 4 months. Milwaukee me. Bill Allen says Milwaukee me. Hey, I can use those sockets. So yeah, this is one of the other sets we're giving away. Now you guys saw me buy this at, I showed it on a video that we uploaded last week where we talked about how we saw this new kit at Costco. So at Costco, this is about 29 bucks. And if you go to Home Depot to get them, most of the, I think you have to go to Home Depot online because I've never seen it in any store. But they sell it for in the high 30s there. So there's that. We are also going to be giving away this Ridgid. This right here is the Ridgid matte light. And what this thing is it's pretty cool. Let me see if, yeah, we got the shot of it right there. So this comes with a, they're not showing it on the box, but it comes with like a little adapter, and I think you plug in one of the 18-volt Ridgid batteries into this thing and it powers up the light. But this is a 1500 lumen light there on this thing right here. Okay, so we're going to be giving this away. And let me see, how much was this light? Oh, yeah. See, this light was 99 bucks in the store originally, and when I got up to the clearance thing, it said 50, right? But I let it sit there a couple of weeks, and I came back in and checked on it. I had one of the girls bring her little thing over and scan it, and I think it came in at like 30. So we got a really good deal on this one here. All right. So far we've got some good tools, and the best ones have yet to materialize here. Let me come back up. Let me take a look at the stream here. I'm going to see who's asking if there's any questions here. There's a lot of congratulations I see. And thanks everybody for that. Are all of you guys able to find Lysol? Let me know in the comments here, because that and the wipes. Because I was surprised that when my brother told me 2 weeks ago, he still can't get them up there in the Boston area there. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they still can't find it. I think a lot of times it's there, it's just gone by the time you go into the store. And we put up a video on that a few months ago about how to get all of these hard to find things like this, and back when the toilet paper and all that was hard to find. But yeah, we showed you how, you know, just showing up, being there when like the Sam's Club and the Costco's open, the stuff is sometimes there and it's gone within an hour and a half. So you just need to be there at the right time. All right, so Howie says that's worth $100. Probably what, the Lysol? Yeah, I probably could get that much for it. Yeah. Let's see who else we got that's checked in here. See, Larry Singleton, Mike A. loves that deep. Yeah, Mike A. loves the deep socket there. Yeah, that's a really cool kit, man. It really is very, very nice. Those things look very rugged. And Larry says, hey Jeff, I want to win that Mustang on the shelf. Oh, the one up. Oh yeah, the one way up high there. Yeah, he's talking about that one up there. So I got a Mustang there, and where's the other one? I don't know if you can see the blue Lamborghini right there. And then out of the frame is a Ford GT. Let me see if we got any other ones. Oh wait, hold it. Oh yeah, the Veneno. And we also have We got this when the Marlins won the World Series back in, I think this was from 2003. No, this was the earlier one, 97. Pretty cool. But anyway, so, what else have we got? Let me see who else is checking in here. How does one sign up? Okay, so in the comments below, you can see I've already put a bunch of links to the items, whichever ones you want to register for. And let me see what else we got here. Okay, so let's see. Hold on, we got B&W's Electric just said, Lysol Spray is very hard to find in Michigan, Indiana border area. The wipes aren't as bad. Yeah. And Mike Land says, Jeff, I want the stuff you didn't throw off the garage. Here you go. Everybody, links will be in the, no, the links are in the description right now. You'll have to refresh the page right now to see it. Okay, so here is the other one here. This I thought was just a cool one here. This one I think was on sale when I bought it, because I try not to buy tools at full price. So I think this was $20 off when I got it. Just keep trying to refresh the page if you don't see the links. Somebody, yeah, Kenton Bruno and Larry Singleton said they don't see the links. Try to refresh the page, or you may have to open it in another browser tab. Sometimes that's it, but I can see it on my end. I just stuck them in there and I see them. Does anybody else see the links? Just let me know. And if not, they'll be in there when the video is done, when the stream is done and we upload there. And let's see. Refreshed, still not there. You'll find it. Maybe try it in a different browser window. Nobody's seeing it. I'm seeing it. Of course, I'm the one that put them there. They're on my browser. But maybe it won't show unless you, I don't know. I don't know if you have to put it in another tab. But either way, they will be there by the time the stream is completed, and I'll be going back in and playing with the video and everything. But it should absolutely positively be there. And I'm afraid to go try to stick it into the, let me see if I can do it with this function here in my live. So there's live, and if I can stick it in here, I'm going to see if it'll allow me. I'll put it into, so if you didn't see it in the comments, you likely won't see it in the video description either. But I just loaded it now into the video description, so you guys can go and check and see if it's there too. And Mito checked in from Ocala. Bama fans, Bama fan. Every time I see that, I keep thinking Obama. He's a Bama fan. He's from Alabama. And so these guys checked in. Hello from Boston. You need to unlock comments. What do you mean unlock comments? They're not locked. Oh, it may not allow you to add comments while we're doing the live stream. I think during the live stream you add comments in the chat, in the live chat, and so then after it's uploaded as a regular video, then you can add comments. So Nick J Beat says he sees them now. Works now. It's there now. Perfect. Maybe it just took a little while. Yeah, we're in Chrome right now. I don't know what these other guys were using, but yeah, I'm using Chrome. And some of you others, it might just take a while. Shut down and Larry said he shut down and restarted it, and it works. Okay. All right, so yeah, so I showed you guys this one. It's a 51-piece gunmetal chrome. Now, the difference between this one and the regular Craftsman chrome sockets is that the gunmetal is, it's got that kind of cool-looking grayish color, and I think I have to double-check, but I think it might have more corrosion resistance on it. But the more interesting thing about gunmetal chrome is that it's a 120-tooth ratchet instead of the typical, was it 72-tooth ratchets that you get? So what that means is that you divide it into 360 degrees all the way around, right? So when you have a 120-tooth ratchet, that means you have 3 degrees per click. That's in theory, right? All the way around. Every time you hear that little click when you're ratcheting around, so you have 3 degrees per click as opposed to 5 degrees per click when you're doing a 72-tooth ratchet. So what does that mean for you? That means when you're operating in an engine, you can go, each click is a little less distance that you have to move. So it allows you to kind of ratchet around back and forth in a much tighter space. That's why these gunmetal sockets here end up costing more money when you see them in the shelf. A lot of people go, oh, I can't pay that kind of money, blah, blah, blah. But they do have their benefits there. And Mike Land says he would like that for his car. And is that Foxtrot 83? It says it's like a gear wrench ratchet. Yeah, and Howie says if you don't know what a tooth is on a ratchet, you shouldn't be in the garage. LOL, there you go. So, there's that one. And then, over here, man, I got Bertha over here, man. They should have like that theme song from 2001 playing. So this one here, if you can see this, this is a big old 105. I feel like I'm some kind of a perv peering around the corner. This is a 105-piece chrome set. Now let me see, this does both SAE, quarter and 3/8. Yep. So this kit here, both of these kits do 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch. And let me see if the gunmetal does metric. The gunmetal, let's see. It does SAE and metric, so they both do. Yes. Yes, indeed. Indeed we do. So Ami B says, can we just send those to me now? Yeah, that would be cool. By the way, for the 100K subscriber giveaway, I've already started picking up some tools. And if you saw my live stream, I think it was Thursday night. No, it couldn't have been. Maybe it was Wednesday night. That's where I went in and got the DeWalt Toughsystem 2.0, those new boxes. I got a medium one and I got a small one. And we're going to give that away for the 100,000 subscriber giveaway also. Hopefully that'll be sometime in September. And Laura Sandoval says, hi Jeff from SA, Texas. I lived there for 3 years as a kid in San Antonio. So I still got sisters. I have sisters that live in Austin and Houston right now. So that's where I had to send those wipes and the Lysol spray because they couldn't seem to find any there. So I don't know. How are you finding any in San Antonio? Is that stuff easy to get there? And Stan says, let people know now they have up to 30 days to enter. No, they don't. They got a week. Unless I screwed up on one of them. But I tried to make it so that all of them end in 7 days. So when you see these links tonight, and if you don't see it on the live stream, again, you'll see it later afterwards in the video for it. But we have set it for 8 p.m. next Sunday night, and we're going to reconvene next Sunday night, and I'll pick the names live, just like we're doing right here now, and I'm telling you about the tools. Only by next Sunday night, we will be picking the names live, provided I'm still alive, provided there hasn't been any kind of nuclear blast or anything. So that's your fine print right there. So let's see. Josh McSweeney says he was the 3rd subscriber. I don't know. I've had the channel online for years and years. Actually 2006. And Howie says, links down below for folks to enter. Yep. And Mastering Mayhem says, congratulations on reaching an amazing milestone. Can't wait to see you hit 100K. I'm following behind you, ways away off. Any advice on growing the channel, which is similar to yours here in Texas? Well, one thing I would say, Mastering Mayhem, is definitely watch your numbers, your analytics. I live and die by the conversion rate. Those thumbnail images that I make, those aren't haphazard. They don't just like poo-poo. Sometimes they can take an hour or more to make those thumbnails, and the picture for it is important. So I'm constantly working on it to see what thumbnails have the best conversion rate. So the analytics here for YouTube tell you what is the click-through rate. So you know how you see recommended thumbnails, and there's a whole bunch of thumbnails on your screen, and you pass by 30 or 40 of them, and let me click on that one. What makes you click on that one thumbnail? So, I'm still learning. I study and learn, and I come up with ideas, and I'll change my thumbnail. I'll change the colors of the text on it. I'll see if that has an effect. So, those are some of the things you got to do. And hey, Mike Land, thanks for the vids. Mike just gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Mike, for that. And then if you look at the quality of our video, you look at some of the videos I shoot now compared to over a year ago when I used to shoot everything on the cell phone. Now I bought a new Nikon camera. I've bought some very expensive lenses that I can do those professional shots like you see in the documentaries and stuff. If you look, a lot of times I'll do real close-ups on the product that I'm shooting, and the background is all out of focus, you know, that kind of stuff. We're still kind of playing with their autofocus isn't quite perfect. So a lot of times we have to switch to manual focus. But yeah, maybe I can take a look at your channel too and offer up some tips for you on that. Definitely, I would say audio is a big thing. So right now the audio here is probably okay, but it's not perfect because when I'm doing my videos, I'm using a lapel mic. I don't know if I've got one here. I don't. But you know, the audio's got to be perfect. I hate when I get on somebody's video and you can hear like their voice echoing in a big room or something, and it's just hard to hear. So all of those things add up to making your videos good quality. And we're always learning, always learning on that. So let's see what else we got. Send the gunmetal to me. There you go. Manuel Gutierrez says, Jeff, here's a video idea. How about a Diablo versus Spider saw blade? Yeah, a number of people have asked me about the spider blades. That is a good idea. I'm actually, I was supposed to have a video up back in June comparing, and you know what? Did I forget? Hang on, I got one more giveaway, but it's not up yet. Oh. Okay, this one won't be loaded up till probably later tonight, but I forgot. I got these guys here because he mentioned Diablo. So these are the sort of the replacements for the Bosch Daredevils, right? So I was working on a video back in June that compares these with the Spider version of these with the Bosch Daredevil version of these. And I have this counter that I was using to time how long it takes to drill through all the materials in there. The counter died on me right in the middle, so that thing's been on hold while I'm going back and forth with the Chinese, no surprise there, manufacturer of the counter, and we're working on trying to get a replacement so that I can start back up on the testing on that again. But yeah, that other one with the blade sounds like a good idea also. Let's see. Chuck Dog back again. He says, congrats on 90K. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you. I certainly will. And Koneman says, did you win? Dude, we gave out all the prizes already. You blew it, man. No. Make sure you enter down below because next week we could be calling your name there. And Craig Schwartz says, any suggestions on a router bit set that won't break the bank? Well, unfortunately, you know, I don't own a router, and I'm not like one of those woodworking experts. I'm not Noam Abrams here, you know, Noami. So I really don't know the answer to that. But I'm sure some of the guys here on the stream will. There's always somebody here that has the answer. There's some pretty sharp people here. And let's see. So Donald Brock says, I'm the vote for the Craftsman gunmetal set. Yep. And let's see. Anything else? Oh, you're way too generous, my friend. I know. I probably am way too generous. But I made sure I got a lot of these on sale too. And by the way, I got one more. Did I show this one yet or not? I don't even know. Oh, this is the big one. Oh, hang on. Look at this, man. So the original price on this was $149, and then they had it sitting for $134 since January. I've been watching this thing for January all the way up until like a month ago, and it was in the clearance section, and nobody bought it. So finally, I took it up to the register and had them scan it, and it scanned it at 99 bucks. So got it here. So this here is the 13-inch string trimmer. And the model number and everything is in the link down there, so you guys could go and examine it. By the way, this is a tool only, so you have to have a DeWalt battery already unless you want to go and buy some DeWalt batteries, or if you're not a DeWalt owner now, this would be a good time to start. And remember that this one here, the Ridgid matte light, This does not have a battery with it either. This is tool only. And let me see if there was anything else. All the other things are tool only because they don't need a battery, right? So let's see what else we got here. Howie says I could use that to chase the White's cat around. There you go. That'll work. And Sapphire Phoenix 24 says, how do I enter? Well, down below, hopefully you can see it in the comments. And I also put it in the video description, so hopefully you can see it in both of those places. And if not, you'll see it by the time the video uploads afterwards as a regular video. Because right now we're all watching this live, so sometimes kooky things happen live. Sometimes you try to refresh the page to see links and you don't see them. But there you go, with that. And Josh R says, yo, Jeff, found a Ridgid 12-inch miter saw for $175, usually $500. Where'd you get that thing, Josh? That's a pretty good price there to see that, man, a $500 saw. Oh, you know what else I wanted to tell you guys? If anybody was on the fence about that Milwaukee M18 vacuum, that's, you've seen me do the tool review on that like 7 or 8 months ago. Do I have it up here on Home Depot's website? No. But it's $99 on their website. And if you guys have seen any of my streams through Home Depot lately, you know that vacuum has been sitting at $119 since like Christmas time. It went on sale for $89, I think, right after Christmas for a brief period. And then they brought it back up to $119, but now it's down to $99. Now, will it go to $89 at Black Friday? I don't know. I have my doubts because, as you guys know, everybody's hurting for tools. All the stores are running low on inventory, and I don't know if they're having just a hard time making them overseas or getting them over here, or if all of those months that everybody was shut down in China, if that created a big delay. All I can tell you guys is that virtually every piece of equipment I've been trying to buy for my camera, and I started in March, stuff was sold out, and some of the things I couldn't get until May. I bought 2 lapel mics just to make sure I was covered in case one of them died, and then I bought 2 sets of mic transmitters just in case. So if one dies during the pandemic and I can't get my hands on another one, I have to have a backup. So some of those things were hard to get. There's a little connector I was trying to get from my HDMI output on my Nikon camera so that I could give you a better live stream than what you see here. Now this is pretty decent, but coming out of the Nikon will be a lot better quality. But I can't do it because I can't tap into that video there until that part comes in. So a lot of things, I'm on a hold right now. I'm on waiting lists for a long time, waiting for some of these things here. All right, let's see what other questions we can answer here. And let's see, was that Martin Rodriguez says, Jeff, am new at your channel. Thanks for the info. Well, thanks, and then welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you here, Martin. And then 128 Mr. Ron says, man, I could use that string trimmer. Yeah, and we're giving another one away at the 100K subscribers. So if you guys follow Toolbox, he came out with a quick alert last week telling us about this price glitch at the Clifton, New Jersey Home Depot, where they had a 13-inch DeWalt string trimmer for $49. So that thing normally goes for $99. And I was able to pounce on that and had it shipped here to my home, and I got it the other day. So we'll be giving that one away at the 100K subscriber whenever that happens. We're expecting to hit that milestone probably in late September, unless things pick up. But yeah, you never know. So YouTube has given me an estimate that they think it'll happen in late September. So I'm going by their estimate on that. And Dave the Drum Guy says, I've been thinking about getting back into the construction business. I did it for a few years when I was younger. Do you have any advice for an older guy looking to break back into construction? Well, I can tell you the demand is looking pretty high right now. So I would think you would be able to get back in. It's pretty hard with construction because you don't have like a resume. You could type one up and say, look, here's my qualifications, here's what I've done, here's what I'm good at, here's my expertise, here's the problems I can solve. I would be looking at that. And if you can't get in with any of the construction companies, like right off the bat, I would try doing like handyman stuff and just getting your name out there, because you know, once you do one good repair and people realize, oh, wow, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to use his tools. He brings the right stuff. He does things to code. He knows how to, you know, get the job done. You know, you could very quickly build up a good name for yourself, especially down here where common failures I see that people have a lot are their air conditioner leaks because their drain line clogs up. And that's a very common one because nobody takes care of their AC. So that'll have to be done. People's dryers, their washer and dryer, you know, the dryer, the vent, well, the vents clog up, but the heater element goes in those things, and now they're not blowing heat. We get leaks a lot down here in Florida. I mean, these are the things that you could look at and target those problem areas to get your feet wet if you can't get back in with a construction company right away. But I would imagine it wouldn't be that hard. And you know, there's a lot of turnover in construction. So I would just be looking on Craigslist or wherever else that they advertise heavily for construction jobs. And okay, we got that one. And then Robert Shadow says, I bought the DeWalt 12-inch chainsaw Friday. They had 5 in stock. Yeah, with the tool, the battery, the charger, $229. Yeah. And Geronimo says, is the giveaway worldwide? No, it's only in the contiguous United States. And actually, the big one here, the big yellow box, I might have to limit it to maybe the East Coast. I have to go back and check and see. I have to run it through FedEx's calculator tonight. Because it's just my luck that every time I give away something huge in a big box, and I'm in Florida, where do you think the winner is, guys? California. And so one of the things on the last giveaway was like $45 to ship it. And it was, you know, if I had known that in advance, I would have just ordered it from Home Depot and shipped it to their house. Pick a store near them and ship it to their house. All right, let's see. David says, how much is DeWalt made in the USA? Are they having all those deals as an attempt to make Milwaukee blow through their inventory? Good question. I don't know how much stuff from DeWalt is made in the USA. Sometimes they'll say made in the USA by globally sourced materials. Sometimes it's ambiguous. They'll say some of the items are made in China or Vietnam, whatever, you know, those kind of things. So it is kind of hard to tell. And we keep hearing rumors that Craftsman is building a factory in Texas or near Dallas. I'll believe it when I see it, or when somebody sends me pictures of the building with a sign that says coming soon, Craftsman factory. But that would be pretty nice to get the manufacturing back here in the US. And Ruben Solis was watching another channel, had to switch due to a bing, bada bing, bada bing, 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 bing. Okay. And yeah, Ricky Castro says giveaway through Glean. Yeah, that's the site that I use to manage all of these. So all I do is I upload the text and the pictures, and I set the date, the start date, the end date, and it collects all of the information. So then next week when we reconvene here and we go to choose the winners live, there's a function on there that I just hit the button and it automatically chooses the winner for each tool that I select. So that way it takes me out of the equation. I don't pick somebody I know or a family member or something like that, And how easy? Oh, Stan the Man says, how easy? Take a look at the tool nut. They are pre-order in the new Milwaukee gloves. Yeah. For some reason, I've noticed lately that Home Depot seems to get the stuff before the other sites. So I was able to order my Toughsystem 2.0 box from Home Depot on Sunday night, July 7th. And my understanding is that some of the other guys, was it Acme that was still collecting names? I forget which site I was on and looking the other day, and it said back ordered. And I'm like, wow. So I was pretty fortunate. I got mine on July 10th is when I got my first Toughsystem 2.0 boxes. So I was able to film over 3 days from that point on the tool review for that. And if you guys missed that, just pull up our videos tab and go back and look in mid-July. You'll see our actual, it's like a 45-minute long video where we compared everything. We did all sorts of stuff, water testing, drop testing, compared it to the Toughsystem 1.0. And I've also since then I've broken down to make it a little shorter. I did just the small toolbox by itself, and I'll probably do another one with just the medium box, and then another video with just the large box for people that don't want to, wait around for 45 minutes of video there. And so, John McDonough says, believe it or not, construction companies ask for resume. Okay, good. So if they do, I mean, this would be a good time to actually, because when you sit down and do your resume, it gives you a chance to focus on what your skill set is and what you're strong at. And I think the mistake, because I've helped many people do resumes over the years, the mistake that people make on their resume is they ramble off what they do. I see the word job responsibilities included, and I hate that because it just sounds so medial. My medial tasks were this, this, and this. I answered the phones, I mopped the floor. That's not what a hiring manager wants to see. The hiring manager wants to see, what did this guy accomplish? Was he like the fastest performing guy on the site there? Did he go to Las Vegas and enter some contest and win? When they do those drywall building contests, did he win contest? Drywall builder of the year? Things like that. What has this guy done? They want to know, what are your capabilities? They can't tell by looking at a piece of paper. So instead of just rambling off what you've done, you want to tell them, this is what I'm capable of doing. And then keep in mind, a lot of these companies, especially bigger companies, use software to read keywords off of your resume. So make sure you have keywords on your resume that match what their job listing is saying. So let's say it says, must be able to use Milwaukee job site saw. Then you want to make sure that's listed on your resume, because you want to make it look like you're a fit to this company no matter what. So those are some of the key takeaways. I'd say, because I've studied a lot with resumes, the main mistake people make is they bullet list items that they've done, but not what they've accomplished. It's a little harder to show it in construction than it is if you're a sales manager. If I'm a sales manager, I could put on my resume, I increased sales in the Eastern U.S. division by 30%. That kind of thing. That's what they look for. All right, so who else checked in? I'm trying to catch as many as I can here. And a combo 90K and 100K giveaway. Yeah, it almost looked like a 100K giveaway, didn't it? So let me come back down here. And have I ever tried the DeWalt 60 volt string trimmer? I do want to get that one, and I do want to get the 60 volt blower. So I'm assuming you're talking about Flexvolt. So the Flexvolt means it will only use the big 60 volt Flexvolt batteries there. So I have DeWalt's circular saw, and we uploaded a review of that back in January. You got to go see that one. That was a really cool review. We put that thing through the ringer also. And that one is a Flexvolt only saw, which means you can only use the 60 volt batteries. It will not run off of a regular 20 volt DeWalt battery. So yeah, those are the things to keep in mind. But you will get more power. I'm sure that blower is much more powerful, but it's a lot more expensive too. That top of the line DeWalt blower there. But I've been watching that one, and if it gets on a good sale price, maybe around Black Friday or something, maybe I'll get it. I don't know. See, we're kind of faced with this dilemma here. Do you wait for Black Friday for tools to drop in price, or is this stuff going to continue going on with the scarcity, and maybe the tools don't drop in price, or maybe they sell out before you can get one? Look what happened with the Ryobi days sale, guys. Right, a lot of stuff was gone by the second or third day. Did you guys see that Ryobi misting fan? It was a fan that looks like a regular Ryobi mister, but it has a round base and it fits over your 5-gallon Home Depot buckets. Sucks the water out of there and it blows a mist at you. I was going to get one, but they were $89. So I hemmed and hawed over, and I go, I don't know, maybe it'll drop in price, but no, they just sold out. I didn't think they were going to sell any of them, but people came in and bought all of those things. Now they're all on eBay for $150. I mean, it's insanity. So that's the kind of thing that I'm worried about is going to happen if they don't fix this tool shortage issue. Or I don't know if it really is a shortage, or if it's just they're not sending it to us. I just don't know. So Randy Ross says, "Way to go, Jeff! Congrats." And James was asking, do they still have that starter kit, the 2.4 amp milli? Oh yeah, for the Milwaukee and the free tool. They were supposed to start it. So the M12 version is supposed to start any day now. Now a couple of people have told me over the last few days that they saw it in their store already. And one guy was able to buy the M12 Lite already by buying that M12 battery kit, that starter kit. So you just a matter of checking. Going in, I can see them in my store. So I saw that they brought in the M12 lights. They're in my store right now. And in the back, in a separate location, I could see a stack of the batteries. But I'm willing to bet if you go and ask like a manager, they'll probably give you that deal now. We'll have to see. But certainly if you don't ask, the answer is no. If you do ask, maybe the answer will be yes. Okay. And Martin says, "Hey, I'm from California. Pay the shipping." Yeah. That would be cool. Okay. Gene says you won't have to ship mine. Yeah. Gene's my buddy. He lives right up the street. So I could just hand it off to him. Yeah, maybe I won't even give it to you guys. Maybe I'll just go give it to Gene and it'll save me a trip to the post office. What do you think? Think I should do that? Stan the Man says, Craftsman tool sets are leading the way. 175 entries already. Wow. Yeah, so people are coming in there. And Jarvis Wagner says, yo, what's up? Okay. And I love this guy's name here. Fartillery McPoopshoot. I love that name. That's probably one of the funniest names of a channel. There was another guy that I see comes in once in a while. His channel name is Snot Bubbles. I think some of you guys might recognize him. That's another good one. But anyway, Fartillery says, what up, Jeff? Just ordered the bottom case with the wheels, Toughsystem 2.0. Thanks to you. All right. Yeah, so what I did was, if you saw any of my other previous videos, and I'll probably go back into this one once it's uploaded tonight, and I'll put the links to those DeWalt Toughsystem 2.0 cases in there as well, because it's hard to find it. Here's what happens. When they're in stock, they start selling, and they sell out real quick, like in hours. Like within hours of me uploading that video last week, telling people about it, that it was on sale, they were gone by 3 p.m. So then it starts getting hard to find it. You go searching for it, and you can't find it. See, but I was smart, because I generated this special link right to the product there, that as long as you use that link, it'll just take you right to it every time. That way you can constantly monitor if it's in stock or not. And some of you have taken my advice, and when you get to the DeWalt Toughsystem page on Home Depot, when it says, sorry, we're out of stock, add your email there, and it says, we'll notify you when it comes back in stock. That's how I got mine in the first place in July 7th when I was able to order it, because they hadn't been put in the system yet, and I was waiting, and the email came in at like 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday night. I was just sitting here working, and I saw it pop up. I go, whoa! I was into the shopping cart within 30 seconds, and within 5 minutes, I'd completed my order, and they were on their way. But that's how fast you got to be. So if you see that alert come in, because these things are so hot right now, you can't even get them. And then one other thing too is, if you really want to get them, I would spend a little bit of time one day and drive around to all your local Home Depots and see if they're in stock, because the website was saying it was out of stock. And when I did that live stream last Wednesday at one Home Depot, it was out, it was correct. But then I said, I'm going to take a chance, and I drove over to Deerfield Beach store, and they had them. They had 3 of each in there. So I grabbed, I just bought one set. I figure I'll be nice and leave them for some other people. But everybody's reporting all around the country that, they're not even they can't get them in their stores. Toolbox finally found one in the Home Depot that he went to about a week ago. All right. And no winners yet. Well, there's not going to be winners until next week, William. William Wilson was saying no winners yet. That will be next Sunday night at 8 p.m. is when it automatically cuts off at 8 p.m. and then we'll go in and we'll randomly pull out the winners there. And what else do we have? Yeah, Jory Mills says follow the leaks underneath. David Cross says between shipping issues in China and the US dollar weakening, I'm guessing we won't see a lot of tool deals this year. But you know what? If they see that that tools don't sell, they might end up being forced to do something. I don't know. They, every year they do one really good loss leader, like at Home Depot. Their loss leader last year was that big old 14-gallon Ridgid vacuum for $39. So I went in there and got that. That was their loss leader, and I don't know what we're going to see. It's a mystery. All I know is because of this, it's causing more work for me because now I'm making sure that I'm going into Lowe's and Home Depot just about every day now because things are changing on a daily basis, and then they're doing major resets. If you saw our live stream last night, you saw that major reset they did there with Milwaukee, and they created a whole brand new 30-foot long section of Milwaukee tools, and then these are like the rare, hard to find stuff that you never ever see in store, and some of the tools I had never even seen before in my life. So you're starting to see a lot of that going on now. And then don't forget, Ego is going to be migrating over to Lowe's. And the scuttlebutt that we've heard from people in the know is that no, Home Depot will not be discounting the Egos. They're supposedly going to be returning whichever ones they don't sell back to Ego. So all of us that thought we were going to go in there and get some fire sale price, doesn't look like that's going to happen. That's a bummer there. Yep, Ruben says they need to bring back all the tool making to the U.S. Yep, but I think that would drive up the cost of the tools also. But at least we wouldn't have shortages and stuff like that. And so Spock says, why would tools not sell? Well, if the prices go up, and look, as it is, a lot of the tools, when you see them stacked up there in Home Depot, it's like I walk by them and because I know how the pricing is on a lot of these, I go, nobody's gonna buy this one. And sure enough, they sit there until they go on sale, and then poof, they disappeared. Those Toughsystem boxes, even though they were in demand, I was surprised that those 3 boxes sat there in my Home Depot for 2 weeks, and nobody bought them until the day they went on sale. And then boom, they all disappeared. They just vaporized. So there you have that. David Cross says his Home Depots weren't putting the 2.0 out unless all of the 1.0s were sold. Yep. And Robert says we have small Home Depots and small Lowe's, no long aisles. Do you guys ever shop in that store, Orchid Supply? That was a company that Lowe's opened up about like 3 years ago, but then they closed them about, was it last year, I think? I guess it never took off, but I loved it. They were great little smaller versions of Lowe's that basically had like your top 40, your more common stuff. But it was a really nice looking kind of a country, folksy little store, and I was sad to see them go, especially because it was real close to my house too, and it was in an area that was halfway between a Lowe's and a Home Depot. So I'd run in there every once in a while. And Javis Wagner says, I wanted to go in and wreck shop. I want the string trimmer and hedge trimmer. Yeah. I would like to get another one of those DeWalt hedge trimmers if I can see a good bargain on one there, and do that as a giveaway too. And Stan the man says, no OPE at the Home Depot. They are going to just expand the existing lines. Okay, so no new stuff coming in. And I noticed that it looked to me like at Home Depot they were squeezing the Honda lawnmowers into like there's just one little slot now. And I don't know if that's because Lowe's picked up the Hondas. Earlier this year we started to see a bigger setup of Honda mowers there in Lowe's. So I'm not sure what's happening there with that. I get the feeling that they're squeezing them out, maybe out of Home Depot. I originally bought my first Honda mower at Home Depot, and then my second one that I bought was such a high-end model that they didn't carry it in the stores. I had to order it online, but I used several thousand pent-up credit card points that I had, and I think the entire lawnmower was paid for with my points, so that was pretty awesome. Let's see. Craftsman toolkits are leading the way. Yep. And then BW's Electric says, Kyle Lowe, the brand I'm thinking of, the Den of Tools, recommended begins with a VI, I think. I've seen reviews on them going both ways, one time with the same reviewer. VI, what would that be? And Koneman says, Jeff, my Home Depot, I got my rotary hammer drill as a contractor store. They carry more power tools than the other Home Depots in my area. Yeah, so it looks like ours is, if you guys saw some of that equipment we showed last night, ours is slowly turning into like that contractor store there. And Matt Sharp says, what's up, Jeff? How have you been? Well, school's starting this week, which means it's going to be hectic again. I thought for sure once school let out for the summer that would be the end of the phone calls and the text messages and the emails from the school. But I swear, like 2 or 3 times a day, every day, different divisions of the county school board would be sending us more stuff, more information, more phone calls, more robocalls about like the COVID-19, and they're going back and forth about whether we're going to have kids in the school or not in the school. And so we're going to be doing distance learning again. So they all gave us laptops, and that's what we're doing. And let's see, the BFF said, love your channel, boss. Referred to your self-leveling concrete video while I did mine. Okay, good. Yeah, that was a great video. We loaded that one up, I think, about a year and a half ago on how to self-level a floor. And that was a big project. That was like a big living room and a dining room in a townhouse that we were remodeling to flip. And Snake Eye says, you can get some great deals on Ego product from Home Depot. I don't know. that big model that I've got my eye on there, it's still $4.99. That's a lot of money, guys. Now, I'm hearing conflicting things from people who've bought Ego. Some people say it's really, really great. I've heard other people say it's really, really bad. The batteries didn't last. This didn't last. That didn't last. So, I don't know. If you guys have any input on that, hey, let us know in the comments here, because I'd certainly like to know about that. And they have the highest rating of all of the battery powered outdoor equipment. So if anybody could pull it off, you'd think that Ego would be able to, but I just want to see a better price. And let's see, Aaron Harding says, Jeff, I picked up the Metabo table saw on sale. Yep, due to your heads up. So that makes it, I think, 16 people now that have reported to buying that table. So that's awesome there. And Rich Proctor checked in. Jeff, hello. Same thing here in Pennsylvania with the schools. Yeah. Hey, you guys all getting back in Pennsylvania, Rich? Are you guys seeing your stock of, what did we talk about? The pressure-treated lumber. Is any of the pressure-treated wood come back yet? I know you guys were pretty wiped out there for a while on that pressure-treated lumber. And I, on my live stream the other night, I showed at Lowe's that we got fully replenished the other day after the almost hurricane that wiped out about half of the wood. It wasn't a panic because we weren't like in the cone, and it wasn't a hurricane warning where we are. So not as many people bought wood as they normally would have. But yeah, so Aaron being the 16th person buying that table, holy cow. So I was mentioning earlier that, Lowe's doesn't have an affiliate program, and I wish they did, because if I had those links on there, man, I could have made a little bit of a few bucks on each one of those that sold. So BW's Electric says, I've seen reviews on Ego snowblower on Amazon that says the shoes wore out fast. Okay, well, luckily we don't use snowblowers down here. But if it was a good enough deal, I'd probably buy one, even though we don't use them here in Fort Lauderdale. This box says, I got a question about mud. What is it when you see the wall bubbled up? Okay, that usually happens when you trowel the mud, the drywall mud, over a painted wall. And so the paint is not absorbing some of the moisture, and so it starts bubbling back up through the top of the mud. And that also will happen too sometimes on a brand new drywall, because you're supposed to. It's a good idea to prime it first with a brand new drywall, and well, when they paint anyway. But yeah, usually I've seen that happen mostly when you paint, when the wall's been painted, and then you come by and patch later. You'll get those bubbles. It's a little bit of a pain. Sometimes you sand them down on the first layer. By the time you put the second layer, they tend to be a little bit less. By the time you get to the third layer, they're usually gone. But there's been a few times where it was a little frustrating dealing with those guys there. And Shaka Gillis just checked in. Good evening. Ryobi is trash. Man, they just reset our Ryobi section, Shaka, in our Home Depot. You got to come check that out. It's awesome. So I'm a little miffed that there was another channel that actually got their hands on a couple of those new HP Ryobi tools, and they were able to do a tool review already. And I'm like, hey, why don't they send us some? You know? Yeah, we missed you, Shaka. We haven't seen you in a couple of days. Actually, when I went into Home Depot, last night, I didn't have time to go show the reset of the Ryobi wall and what they did there. They kind of changed everything around there. And when I was in there the other morning, some of their girls were way up high on the ladder, pulling down all of the Ryobi stuff from up top. And so I was kind of wondering what they were up to. But yeah, that reset on that wall there is I keep hearing rumors that something's going to happen on August 20th. I'm not sure at Home Depot, but certainly I would expect something to be in by Labor Day as well. So, Labor Day is basically 3 weeks away, guys. So if there's something that's really in demand now, and if it's on sale now, I would buy it now. And the way it works at Home Depot is if something goes on sale after you've bought it, you can bring the receipt back, talk to the manager, and they'll re-ring it for you and give you back the difference. And I did that with my DeWalt saw. I was in there actually on New Year's Eve, and I had bought that $799 Flexvolt saw from DeWalt, and got $100 off of it with a coupon down to $699. But then after I bought it in September, on Black Friday it went down to like $699, which would have made my deal a $599 deal. So that's what they did. They dropped the price down. I mean, I think I ended up paying $590 when it was all said and done. So remember that too. If you're hemming and hawing over a tool and you see there's only one or two left, and those are tough decisions to make. Should I buy it now? Am I going to regret it later if I don't buy it? Will I come in 2 weeks from now and it's going to be gone? That's the hard part, And Jay Badass says, hey Jeff, how's it going, bro? It is going great. And wait up, Flood Tuber says, Shaka, welcome, by the way. Show us on the doll. We're the bad Ryobi man dog. That's bad. That's terrible. Okay, prime the joints. Yep. And Shaka Gillis says, I will super chat you $1,000 to destroy the Ryobi end cap on your next Home Depot. Well, let's see. The bail alone might be, I'm going to need a little bit more than that, because the bail bond will be probably about $1,000. John Eno says, bet some of the changes are for Marvin. He used to be at Home Depot, is now the CEO at Lowe's. He's really going after Home Depot, man, big time. And let's see. Yeah, and Maz Ali says, instead of all these tools, send me some of Florida's blood oranges. Yeah, you can, if you're ever like passing right by the Florida border, you can go right in there and there'll be all sorts of little stores and stuff that sell all that kind of stuff. And yeah, BW's Electronic is right. Shaka Gillis is the closet Ryobi fan. He's probably from Ryobi. I bet he works at Ryobi, right? He's mad at his boss, and he's like, I gotta get on every stream. I'm gonna say that Ryobi's trash. Yeah, he's the Ryobi hater. I like that. That's a good name. And Izzy Oliver says, love you, Jeff. Thanks for the tips. Hey, you're quite welcome. And let's see. Ma says, I don't live in Florida. All right. So I think we've run pretty long here. I don't want to take up everybody's time too much longer. I think we've gotten to all the questions. So I'll just give it like another minute, see if any other good questions come in. Pressure treated lumber is out at Lowe's. OSB was $16 a sheet this week. 2 weeks ago, it was $12. Yeah, see, I keep hearing that stuff's going up and up and up. We're looking at getting an AC, the new Dave Lennox series, the highest end AC that Lennox makes. And a couple of years ago, the quotes for those things were $7,000. And now the guy's telling me it might be as much as $10,000, because like everything's going up, guys. Everything from the gas, the whatever they call that new Freon, is it 422 or something like that? I forget. what refrigerant they use, but like everything's gone up. And even if you have an older refrigerator, those refrigerants have gone through the roof because of the EPA regs and stuff like that. So everybody's telling me that things are like doubling and tripling, you know. So Aaron Fox says, what's a good 4-foot level? Well, I have, God, what's the one? I think I got it at Home Depot. It looks like it's made out of bamboo. It looks really cool, but because it's got metal mixed in with if it's bamboo, I'm not sure if it's really bamboo. But that one's a nice one. Johnson has a good 6-foot metal one. That's one that I use. There's different levels for different things, you know. But those two I use a lot when I'm tiling, especially when I use the 6-footer when I'm going up the shower wall to make sure that I'm completely flush from the bottom tile to that top tile, that there's no lippage. When this level hits the wall, it smacks. It goes bam, so that you won't see it ever wiggling on the wall there from any crooked tiles or anything like that. And the 4-foot level is useful for that as well. And I use the 2-foot, and then I use I like to buy those little Empire, the blue and white Empire ones, the little torpedo ones, and you can see them in Home Depot right now for $9.99. Every time they run that deal, I go and pick up a few of them. I use those for tiling too. Those are great. Those are great for when you lay down one tile and you want to see if that tile on the floor is completely level. You put the little torpedo level on there and you just spin it around and check all directions on there with that. And JRG says Hart 20-volt cordless hybrid 12-inch string trimmer kit is $148. Well, why would you get that one when you can get a $99 DeWalt one, you know, from Home Depot? If you go look on their website, you'll see one on there. I'm still not that sure about Hart yet. They're about the same grade as Ryobi, I think. And in fact, they share a few parts. If you saw our video we did about a month ago with the two sprayers, one's from Hart, one's from Ryobi, some of the parts are interchangeable between the two. You know, they are made by the same parent company. Is it Shervon? I forget. And no, wait, no, it's TTI. Sorry, TTI. And the soap bottle that comes with the Hart sprayer works on the Ryobi. I showed you guys that. So that was one of the hacks that we showed on that. Jay was asking, anybody know good deals on a miter saw? Right now, there really wasn't anything per se. So maybe we see something on Labor Day. For Father's Day, Lowe's was running a deal, and I think Home Depot ran one too for $2.99 for the DeWalt 12-inch miter saw, and it came with a little stand, the folding stand. So that was a pretty decent deal there. Yeah, 410 refrigerant, Puron for AC. Says Paul Karpowitz. So that stuff is, Randy Edwards says it's 125 bucks for a jug, for number 20 jug. And has that gone up recently? Like, what's it been in like last year compared to last year? And let's see. Caesar just chiming in. He picked up the Metabo table saw for $349. Good deal. That's number 17. So I figured that if Lowe's had an affiliate program, and I had put those links up, and I think most of them pay like 5%, 3%, maybe, who knows. Yeah, we could have scored probably a good $20 per table for everyone sold. So what's a good cordless ratchet, Jeff asks Dalman. Well, if you saw, we uploaded that video 2 weeks ago that compared the Milwaukee M12 3/8-inch ratchet, that's a 12 volt, to the brand, I don't know if it's new, I guess it is, the Ryobi one, that's an 18 volt. And the Ryobi actually seemed to have a little more oomph. Now, people were saying, well, you know, that's 18 volt, of course it's going to have, but they both have the same torque specs of 35 foot-pounds and 250 RPMs. But the one I've got my eye on would be probably the fuel version of that ratchet, which is going to be a lot more money. You know, the Milwaukee fuel version, which is an M18 fuel version. I have to go back and check. I keep forgetting if they make an M12 brushless. I just want to get a brushless one. That's what I would recommend. If I had it to do over, I would get a brushless one. I bought this one this Milwaukee one like 3 years ago, and I bought it just to use on when I install dishwashers in my units when I'm remodeling them. And I use it to get way in underneath the legs there to adjust the height of the legs, because it's really hard to get in there and manipulate those things, and you don't want to sit there on the floor on your stomach with a wrench going like this. It's just a complete waste of time. But yeah, Alvin, I would definitely say look at, there's a brushless one and then there's a fuel one in the Milwaukee family there. And I just saw someone else say something about the, whatchamacallit, the 410. Oh, yeah, 410 and R22, yeah. But I want to know how much it's gone up in price, because, like, sometimes when you have to call the AC guys and they come out, they pump more gas into your AC. And when they have to do that, like on mine's an older one, the R12, dude, it's like $200 just for them to pump a few pounds in there. And it used to cost like $50 or $60 until that whole ruling came out with switching over to the R410. But man, so yeah, Labor Day is just a few weeks away. So the Ryobi miter saw is $175 after the buy more, save more. Yeah, I don't think that DeWalt has any of them on as one of their qualifying tools for their buy more, save more program. Okay, so Doug Thorstensen says any solid deals on LED lights, magnetic and rechargeable. Well, the big rechargeable one, from the one that just came out from DeWalt, that's the one that's about like this big, like 6x9, I guess. And I guess you operate it with a regular DeWalt battery. Those are $99, which are a little pricey. But if you're taking advantage of that buy more, save more deal from DeWalt, and you throw $500 worth of tools into your shopping cart, it drops everything down to $330, and it shows that the price of that light will drop down about $69 there, you know. So, and it looks like Aaron Harding just sent in a $4.99 super chat. Thanks, Aaron. Thank you so much for that. The other ones I like are, I do like the Milwaukee Rocket Light, but you know, that's a lot of money to spend. I bought the $199 battery kit, and then what I did with that was the light came free when you bought that $199 kit for the batteries. So that's a good way to score that big old light, and that's a very versatile light. I do really like that light. And I have these little Honeywells that are like this big. There are two of them that came in a box. I think I got them at either BJ's or Sam's Club. And they're USB chargeable. The only thing is they only last about an hour each. So I use them when I'm doing something short term, like working under the sink to put in, remove an old faucet and put in a new faucet. That's about as much time as you'll get out of them. Yeah, but those are good. But yeah, I would not get any lights that are not LED. I'm just tired of dealing with all the old style flashlights. And any good deals on cordless brad nailers? There wasn't any. I walked right by it on my live stream last night, and there weren't any. And I haven't seen any in a while, so I'm thinking we're due for a deal. But I have had a lot of people actually have reported back to us that the Ryobi Airstrike was pretty good for them. I don't know how rugged of an environment they're using it in. Obviously, I would think the Milwaukee and the DeWalt, the one that I have from DeWalt is the Air one, and that's the I always forget what they call that little yellow point there that helps you precision. I think it's called Precision Point. So that's a good one to get. That's like in the $84 range. That was like, I think it was even less than that at Father's Day. I remember seeing it on sale, and I showed it to people. I said, "Oh yeah, this one's on sale now," but I can't remember what the price was. They don't really put those nailers on sale very often, guys. I don't know why. And Rodney Widger back again, just watching while eating chicken dinner. Hey, did you bring enough for all of us? All right. Limestar says, I do not hear positive things of the DeWalt's brad nailer. Well, I have it and I'm using it, and I haven't had a complaint with it so far. The other one, I'm trying to think how many years I had the other one, but yeah, the one before I bought the Precision Dealer, you know, probably at least, I don't know, 10 years maybe. So Paul Copperwood says R12. How old of a system do you have? Who said R12, man? Holy cow. I didn't even know they made an R12. That must be old. Yeah, the only Ryobi batteries I remember are like the 18s. And the best brad nailers are air compressed. Yeah. I have heard other people say that Milwaukee one is a really good one. I haven't tried it out. I haven't looked for any reviews on it yet. But they are saying that is a really good one. Okay, so R22 is 50 to 60 a pound. Yep. 410 is 15 to 25 a pound. Wow. So that is up there. Yep, EPA charges 10 grand per violation. So we knew somebody across town from us that was selling their house a few years ago. And the buyer's inspector came by to look at the house, give it the once over to see what was wrong, and to see if there was any issues. And they found the little neck sticking up out of the ground that was to an old oil tank. And from their estimates, it would have been $10,000 to pull up that old oil tank because of all the crap and permits and stuff they have to do and clearances they get from the EPA just to pull a stupid old oil tank out of the ground from a house. So I'm like, man, it's the regulations are getting out of control now, So Paul says he bought the Ridgid cordless nailer 6 months ago. He loves it. It works flawless. So there's another good one. And Jay says, what company makes the best budget pack out for commercial use? So you mean like the Milwaukee ones? Well, a lot of guys like the Ridgid. I've heard a lot of guys say good stuff about the Ridgid. The Craftsman Versus stack is kind of small for my likes. It's like, so to me the Versus stack is more for like your computer tech guys that go in and maybe pay an office visit and are bringing in light stuff and don't need a whole lot of massive huge storage and all that kind of stuff. That's what I think Versus stack is for. And EPA is only involved if the tank was leaking underground. Well, at our church we had a big generator and we had a giant EPA approved oil tank next to it, and we had to pay a quarterly fees on that tank, and they came around and inspected it quarterly too. So there was one tiny little spill there one time, and they were spending hours cleaning that thing up just to make it look like it wouldn't doesn't look like a leak, that they would start coming taxing us for. So when are the next big tool sales? Asks 4x4 Ram Bam. I think Labor Day is going to be the next big one. But keep your eyes open for August 20th because that's another date that I've heard scuttlebutt about people seeing. So I'm thinking maybe August 20th might be the date that those Milwaukee, the M12 battery kit deals kick in, where you get the free M12 light. And I'm not sure if I'll get that because I'm happy enough with the bigger one with the M18, so I don't know if I need that smaller one. And Jay says, are the Ridgid pack-out systems IPX rated? I haven't looked, so I don't know. I know the DeWalt Toughsystem 2.0 are IP65 rated, and I think the older ones were only IP54 rated, if I remember correctly. It's so hard to memorize all the rating numbers on all the different products there. And Sean Kadar with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Sean. And let's see, what other questions we have? We have Howie asking APEC, how are you feeling? Yeah, good to see APEC back again. And let's see, Matt says, heard you use the term scuttlebutt. Did I serve in the Navy? No, but the scuttlebutt is that is a Navy term. Yeah, I've heard that military kind of term used before there. APEC is still amongst us. Yes, he is. And yep, Mercedes parked on the street again. Yeah, we can only fit two cars in the driveway here, and the other one has to go in the street. And Sean says you're all welcome. So all right, so it looks like we've reached the rest of the questions. I don't want this dragging on too long here. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us tonight here. And remember to tune in next Sunday night at around 8 p.m. because that's when it's automatically set by timer that all of the tool giveaways will end, and then at that time we'll come in and we'll pick a winner by random. And if your question wasn't answered tonight here on the live stream, as soon as the video is uploaded in about 5-10 minutes or so, make sure you ask your question in the comments below and we'll get it answered for you. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. You guys stay safe, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye, y'all.